You're such an asshole.
Barely awake, Cappy. Although you guys should be thankful because I showered and I put sexy shit in my hair. Hey Cap, returning client needs some advice again for future plans on how to execute these plans correctly. Recently I enlisted within the United States Air Force thanks to some earlier advice from you on a previous video you did that suggested and convinced me that I should go to the Air Force as my next move. Leaving for BMT early next year. Guys, military guys, we don't know your fucking acronyms. I got the DPT with the ETS. Oh, I saw that. Yeah, I had, the QTX. Well, really? Yes, the JIM. I know my gyms very well. Let's even cut. Well, we should anonymize, or not anonymize. Acronymize would be African American Caucasian American. I just use black and white because I don't like wasting 700% more of my life. But African American, it's just let's just say K, Caucasian, Ka, Latino American, La. Are you a Ka, an or a La? Fuck you, I am respecting your culture. Oh, how they have you precious little white people dancing around eggshells. Alright, that's not what we're here for. We're not here for that. So here's my background so far and what I need advice with. I'm 25 years old with about $23,000 student loan debt that is currently in deferment for the next year. Wasted, by the way, because I couldn't finish due to finances, so I'm paying for my mistakes and just cleaning up the shit I made. Living at home, and so far I've been picking up odd jobs that could pay the bills off, debts that prevented me from joining the military earlier, and help around home until now, since I'm leaving for the military soon. So far in my life, I haven't had any big ambition to achieve anything concrete that I could show or have any self-actualization. You know why? Because you take too fucking long to say what you need to say! Jesus fucking Christ! I should have a lesson. I should have, like, how to write succinctly. Then I'd become what I hated the most. I'd be an English fucking teacher. Not an English teacher, an English fucking teacher. So I came across your contact that gave me truth and ideas of who I am and what I can do differently. You can write more succinctly. Sure, I did have childish goals like any delusional liberal kid. Back in the 1980s, I was born. I couldn't remember my mother and father, let alone the hospital I was born at, but I told it was a cold night. We went back home. I had swaddling clothes. Oh yes, But the real world doesn't work like that. I learned that from reading your books, Bachelor Pad, Worthless Curse of the High IQ Black Men's Guide. Are you black? I'm getting a suspicion a lot of young men out there aren't black and reading it. Alright. Great books, by the way. Thank you for the correct guidance. I never had entirely from my own family. Really thinking. Yeah, no problem, dude. And when my long-term goal is to get into the tech industry by my earlier to mid-30s, the reason why I say early to mid-30s is because of the time and demand I'll have to put into the military full-time 4 years, and simply put, because of me starting off late in life. Well, wait, how old are you? I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. 25, you'll be 30. Yeah, then you got to go to college. Okay. Say if you're 29 coming out, I want to get a computer science degree from a credible university by using the GI Bill after my services, specialized in cybersecurity or IT or software/data engineering, working with machine learning, artificial intelligence, and data science in general. That's good. I prefer the second, but there's nothing wrong with being your network guy. Maybe experiment with robotics software one day. In other words, I really want a career doing this kind of stuff. That, and because I'm a bit of a nerd mentally, I think this kind of stuff is genuinely really cool and potentially could be enjoyable for me to work, despite ups and downs that come with every profession and job. And yes, I know all jobs suck. There you go. There you go. You're already ahead of your peers. You're ahead of most 40-year-olds. But at least I want to do something that won't suck as much or as bad as other professions I've heard from others and from your body. Yeah, that's it. Somebody listened. Somebody listened. I want to know what I should do. Should productively focus my time on during my time at the Air Force to reach my long-term ambitions of being involved within the tech industry when I'm done. Want to get an enlisted job as a cyber systems operator for practical IT experience. Yeah, I don't even know why you're contacting me. You got your head screwed on straight, but instead got client system. What? Even though I did qualify to be a CSO from my ASVAB test, which is basically the geek SWAT of the Air Force, computer repair help. That's nothing wrong with that either. Look, they may just throw you in there because that's where you gotta get your feet wet, and then you get promoted to cyber systems operator. I mean, a cyber systems operator, I mean, if you don't have experience, what, you got to just immediately go in and then you're in command of the computer network? There's nothing wrong with computer repair and help desk. That's where everybody starts out, private sector or the military. This job really won't transfer into the civilian world very well, though. Well, you could be a help desk guy, so that's why I'm really focusing on developing skills on the side while I'm on active duty, so I can at least be halfway prepared to pursue my goals full-time when I'm done. What pathway of learning / goals would you recommend I take on if I want to take on software data engineering skills while in the military, so when I'm done I can hit the ground running? Or if I take on the path of cybersecurity, should I focus my off time on getting my certificates and skills practice while in the military? Yes to all of those. I wouldn't immediately start jumping into self-study and certification tests until you know, do you want to go cybersecurity route or more software programming, or in case of data science, data mining. That's more all programming. And once you get a feel for that, so the first thing you got to do is you got to pick up a networking book or go look at computer networking. Hell, even just start watching video. What is computer networking? What is cybersecurity? You plug in routers, and then they tell each other, you used to program that. Now they don't do that anymore. And then start coding. Pick up a book. Some basic coding. Program a website. See if you enjoy that more. Please, nerds, all nerds out there, do not tell me HTML and CSS is not programming language. I know that. I'm just saying it's like a language, and you could get experience from it. So I would do that. I mean, just kind of program a website, learn code in that way. I know you can use like Wix or something. Don't use a drop. Learn a little bit of CSS, XML. What's the other markup languages? I forgot. I use it so sparingly, and I'm horrible at it, as you can see by the wonderful websites I've programmed. Yeah, and then also while you're in the military, they should have. Excuse me. You can either just go to school online at an accredited university. Even the military is not going to prevent you from doing that. Once you find out what you want to do, yeah, you could enroll in a class online. Look, if you're living on base and eating their food and you got their healthcare coverage, you're going to have a little bit of money left over. Be worth a couple bucks to go online, get your prereqs out of the way, or take a couple classes on programming. But then also, depending on where you are based and what opportunities are available where you are, the Air Force itself may have some programs that you could take for college credit. And then there are, depending on where you are, there are, what do they call it? Army University or military university? Accredited universities, they're extension, satellite campuses near military bases where you could take classes. So I would talk to either your recruiter, but more specifically, when you get into the Air Force, talk to your CO and say, what are the educational opportunities here? Like, what I don't want to wait for the GI Bill. I don't want to take full-time classes, but I'd like to take a class at night or in my spare time the entire time I'm here, so that when I'm done with my 4 years, I got at least a year knocked out, and then you got your experience working in the military, and then if you get out, which I advise against, then you will hit the ground running. You certainly will be better prepared for, and then you've got your GI Bill, and you're not going to need all of it. And you can maybe save some of that for a master's degree later. So I'm also planning on taking classes at the Air. Well, okay, there you are. I'm well aware the military could also pay for a bit of schooling depending on what I study and what's available for transfer credit-wise. So I'm also planning on attending classes in the Air Force as well to use those credits towards my computer science and BA degree. Yeah, there. Why are you emailing me? Well, I get out. When you get out, no, not when you got out, when you're in. Look, this is what's going to happen. You're going to go into the basic, and then you're going to be hanging out with, but you're going to be the older one there. You're going to be hanging out with a bunch of kids. They're going to want to go and party, and you'll be deployed. They're going to want to go and party. And you can either go and party, but I'm going to assume you got most of that out of you. In which case, you just go and study. I mean, focus. Sacrifice now so you don't have to expend anywhere near the calories of energy later. So you should be able to have some kind of educational opportunities while you're in the Air Force. So when you get out, you got to jump on the gun. I also plan on using the money that I earned to pay off current student loans I have from previous college experience. So when my service... Oh, that's right. All right. So you already have your prereqs probably out of the way. See, you already... Dude, I don't necessarily think you even wasted your time. You got your... Did they force you to take English again? Freshman composition again? Math again? Marxists hate people with penis or gendered studies again? Did they make you take? Well, then you don't have to take those again. You got credit. You do have, so that's good. You'll be 2 years ahead. Oh man, if you pull it off right, you might just have a year ahead for 2 years where you just focus on your discipline, your actual degree. So my service is finished. I'll be debt free as well with very little worries. No girlfriend or kids, by the way, and not anytime soon. Good. I had a guy who, he had it set up and he got his girlfriend pregnant. Like, oh, you're so fucked. You're so fucked. Oh, and he was. I know this email is long, but I really just need to lay everything on the table as far as my plans are concerned and really just wanted your input. I wasted so much time so far in my life with the wrong people dreams and just other people. I don't know if you did. I don't know if you did. This is the problem I wrestle with wisdom. I could tell an 18-year-old kid, here's all the wisdom in the world that'll put him on track to be way ahead. He'll to give him the wisdom to equivalently make him a 40-year-old. People don't listen. You have to make mistakes. You have to wander in the desert. You wandered in the desert only, what, 8 years? No, 7 years. Shit, most people stay in the desert forever. You figured it out at 25, like, this is bullshit. Took me until I was 30 to realize this is bullshit. So, yeah, everybody wastes their times, but I don't know if you necessarily wasted your time either. You came out of it with no major mistakes and just other BS with very little results just because I didn't know what I actually wanted in life. But now I'm putting myself on a way better path away from the wrong people and just bettering myself with a lot of this newfound information thanks to you and many other red pill sources. All right. I just wanted to establish a solid 10-year plan for myself surrounding my goals, so by the time I'm 35, I'm at least set and doing what I want to do, work-wise, hobby-wise, life-wise. If there's any questions you have or information you need, please let me know. Thanks a bunch, Cap. Keep it up, man. You're a mentor like the live enough for the head. We appreciate it. Video response, so everybody, okay. Put that there. I don't need that. Yeah, no, you're on track, dude. It's great. The only thing I would say is, like I said before, is while you're in the military, start taking some class. Don't wait to be out of the military. If for whatever reason, they based in Seoul, South Korea, and you meet the hottest piece of South Korean ass, and she's cooking for you. Okay, well maybe you don't have to take. Maybe you should enjoy that. Maybe that might be wife material, but bar that, and I'm not saying don't go off base. Hell. You're in a foreign country, check it out. But I would say when you got your spare time, you almost not really become a monk, but monk-like. Okay, you put in your time, you do, all right, now it's time for class. Then you hit the gym and maybe on the weekend you play with your buddies, you play some basketball or some video games or whatever. But then, yeah, I would say take a class. You always are going to be taking a class, one class. On the side, at night, on weekends, whatever, online. So by the time your 4 years are up, you got a really good step on life. And I don't know, dude. And you know me, dude. You'll be up. Your 4 years is up when you're 29. There ain't gonna be any reason to get out of the military. I mean, unless you really, really hate it, leave the option in there that maybe you stay or maybe you become an officer. And the standard drill, and when you get out, maybe keep your toe in the Air National Guard. Just there's a lot of benefits to hanging out with the military. All right, that's it. Questions, answers, assholeconsulting.com. Military personnel get discounts. That's about it. We'll see you guys later. Toodles.